Hello and thanks for clicking on this what if video. This is part I don't even know anymore of my what if Gon was raised in Meteor City story. Today is going to focus on the setup before the hunters attack the king's castle. So if you want to get caught up, or if this is your first time seeing any of my videos, this whole what if is on a playlist on my channel. Feel free to start from there if you want the whole story, or just keep watching this one. Also, subscribe so you can see when I post the next episode. I'll let you know now, it's going to be posted on Saturday, but it's good to subscribe so you can get those notifications. I guess that's a long enough intro, let's start the video. After Gon and Killua earned the right to come with the extermination team, preparations are being made to locate the ants' new nest. Also, Neterel and Morel are searching for and taking out as many ants as they can to get ready for a possible fight with the royal guards. While this is happening, the King Meruem is finally born, severely injuring the queen and heading off with the royal guards in search of food. The king and his royal guards leave NGL, moving to the next country over, then invading the leader's castle, easily killing everyone, including the Nin users protecting the emperor. The king is satisfied eating the Nin users and then decides to make this castle his own. One of the royal guards, Poof, makes a plan to create more ants by kidnapping humans and forcing them to be transformed into chimera ants. While the king waits for this plan to be ready, he orders P2 to gather world champions to play him in games to keep him entertained. Back at the nest, the original ants are scrambling to help the queen. Some ants are furious at the way Meruem treated the queen, while some go their separate ways, wanting to start their own colonies. The ants that stay with the queen are getting desperate, and Hikago sees his chance to act. He convinces Colt and the others to ask the hunters for help, explaining his talk with Killua and the possibility of peace. Colt agrees, feeling peace is the best option for the ants and the queen's survival. Colt and Hikago go to find help for the queen, bringing their white flag as a sign of peace. Morel sees this and is shocked, wanting to see what the ants could want. But Netero seems uncaring, wanting to continue exterminating all the ants they come across. Eventually, Morel convinces Netero to follow his lead, and they meet the chimera ants peacefully and talk about the queen's condition. Colt explains she is dying because of Meruem's birth, and all the ants are panicking because the king has left. Morel asks Colt to tell him where the king went, and they will help the queen. But Colt refuses, countering that they should help the queen first to get the information they want. Morel laughs and is ready to end the conversation, but Hikago speaks up, telling them they have met with Kite, Killua, and Gon and talked about peace between the ants and humans. This really surprises Morel, but he can't dispute the claims since he knows all three of the hunters' names. This is enough for Morel to trust the ants and call a medical team to help the queen. Netero leaves just in case it's a trap, still not trusting the ants, but allows Morel to follow his gut feeling. Inside the old nest, the ants watch as humans try saving the queen, with Morel and Colt keeping an eye on what's going on. But despite their best efforts, the queen dies from her injuries. The ants are upset by the queen's death, but gain respect for the humans helping the queen despite everything the ants have done to humans. Hikago and Colt thank Morel for his help and tell him about Meruem and the guards leaving the country to steal a beautiful castle they have seen miles and miles away. They also tell Morel that some of the ants want to help them go after the king. Colt tells him that the king killed his mother and left all his subjects to die. We want justice for her and every one of us ants who did everything we could to make sure the king was born. Morel accepts the help and tells any ant willing and strong enough to fight to stay here and wait for the other hunters to arrive. We won't need all of you, we only need a small effective team, so only the best will do. Colt promises to get the ants ready and find the exact location of the king. Before Morel leaves, Hikago asks to travel with him to meet up with Killua and be a part of the planning stages. Sure, little guy, let's go. We're all meeting up soon, and if you are friends with Killua, I'm sure he'll be glad to hear from you. So, from here on, Morel takes Hikago with him to meet up with Nulv, Knuckles, Shoot, Killua, Palm, Gon, and Kite. With all of the hunters together for the first time, everyone is updated on what's going on. Morel explains the king being born and the amazing strength of him and the three royal guards, and how some of the ants are ready to help the hunters against Meruem. Killua gives a thumbs up to Ikalgo, congratulating him on helping find a peaceful solution between the hunters and the ants. Morel then starts telling them the baseline for a plan. There will be 3 teams to take out the royal guards, and Netero will be fighting Meruem. There will also be a team of ants disrupting any plans that the king and his guards have, or helping wherever they can against the guards. Gon immediately speaks up and asks if he can go against the ant that took Kite's arm, with vengeance clearly on his mind. Morel tells Gon to calm down, but compliments his enthusiasm. We will figure out the teams after we talk to the ants. I'm sure we can find the teams that are satisfying for everyone. But right now, I'm sending Nulv and a few ants to the king's new castle to make a way for us to enter undetected, with his hide and seek ability. Then we will see what abilities the ants have to add to our strategy. So, when the ants and hunters come together, they discuss their plan and it goes as followed. First, Palm is sent inside as recon, like in the anime, pretending to be one of the girls left over from the old leader. Then, Ikalgo and several other chimera ants will meet up with Palm to disrupt any plans they find. Next, they will separate the guards and the king by using the 3 teams to distract the guards, and Netero will challenge the king one-on-one. Team 1 will be Gon, Killua, and Kite, hopefully fighting Pito. Next, Knuckle, Morel, and the chimera ant Milion will fight Yuppie. And finally, Nulv, Shoot, and Colt will fight Poof. With everyone settled, the team wait for Netero to lead the assault, getting to know each other and form a plan in their individual fights. Kite tells Killua, and more importantly Gon, to follow his orders throughout the fight. You two have gotten stronger since we first saw P2, but we still don't know if we can beat the Royal Guard, and we can't waste our opportunities by getting emotional or reckless. Gon promises not to disappoint Kite. He also promises to beat P2 and then help everyone else in their fight. Everyone on the extermination team is ready, and as night falls, Netero tells them it's time to go. Nav opens up the portal, allowing everyone to step through. They instantly feel P2's heavy aura, startling them, until Morel boosts the morale, reminding them how this is a fight for humanity against these monsters, and that they must win. So, as the hunters storm the castle, P2 warns the other chimera ants that something is going on downstairs. And that's it for today. I know it was a short one, but I hope you still enjoyed the video. I also know it was a lot of setup, but on Saturday I'll post the next part where things get interesting. So, feel free to subscribe if you're not, so you can get a notification when the video goes up, and if you're already subscribed, drop a like to help the channel grow. Also, let me know what fight you're most excited for. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.